Hey, Don Copeland here. Today we're going to talk to you about solutions, fixing things. No, actually we're going to talk to you about DTF cleaning solutions and what to do with them. There's a lot of them out there, so we thought we'd kind of cover to give you an overview for how to take care of your machine and what solutions to use. We'll show you some of the products we sell, but whatever brand of machine you have, go with what the manufacturer recommends for that because there's specific reasons they do. Going to start over here right now, this is our general cleaning solution. This is available through Coleman & Company, but there are a lot of solutions out there. The cleaning solution is used for your daily maintenance. When you're done at the end of the day, this is the stuff you're going to use. It's not going to be as aggressive as some of the others, and it's going to be less expensive. So it's something you would use to clean your wiper blades off, to clean around the top of your cap tops, or maybe anything that's gotten spilled or dripping on the area where you print at. So that would be your regular cleaning solution. All right, so that was the cleaning solution, and next would be what would be called a head cleaning solution. This is a DTF head cleaner that we sell here that actually includes with our machines, but you can get this, again, from your manufacturer. This is a more aggressive solution, and it's going to be used in areas where you actually do have a clog, all right? So if you do have a clog, dropped nozzles, things like that, you're going to use a head cleaning solution, and what you're going to do with this is you will use it when you actually do a head soak. Head soak will be where you would actually clamp off your lines to your waste ink, fill the cap top with this solution, and you're literally immersing the head in it for a period of time. Generally, you'll turn the machine off afterwards. But we usually recommend like an overnight set with this, and that'll help break down anything that's on the face of the head, and it'll help give you hopefully a good clean nozzle check. All right. You can also use this if you've been negligent, and not that anybody's ever negligent in their maintenance, but if you've been negligent and haven't cleaned the ramps and whatnot near the print head on the underside of your plate where your print heads are at, this will help break those down better than this will. This is a bit more expensive, as it should be, and maybe this is a way to gauge it. His pricing in a lot of cases is going to tell you how aggressive it is. So you don't want to just use this for everyday type of maintenance. It's not necessary. This works fine. Next solution would be, this is we call this our BQ storage solution. This would be used in situations where you are going to do what's called a wet cap. And a wet cap is more about, think of it like a sauna, all right? What you do with a wet cap, you're actually just going to put a little bit of this in your cap top. You're going to block off the lines, but you're not going to put it deep enough that it's actually contacting the head. It's actually just going to keep the head in a moist environment. If you don't have this, you could probably use this type of cleaning solution. No need to use this, but this is good for that. It's also good if you were going to leave the machine for an extended period of time. You actually wanted to clean out the lines, that you would actually leave this in your dampers and whatnot, so that it's neutral. It's going to be very good to keep the machine or anything from drying up in it. Ask your manufacturer if they have something similar or what they recommend. But again, it's not for cleaning. It's for actually a wet cap situation or for storing a machine for an extended period of time. Last but not least would be a flush solution. Again, you want to make sure that you're getting the right advice and using the right stuff, because usually these solutions are either made by the same company that makes the ink that's in your machine, or they meet the specs of that company. So your manufacturer is giving you product that is meant, or your distributor is giving you the product that is meant to do what it's supposed to, based on the inks that are in your machine. So you may want to test some other ones, but they're generally, if it's the right stuff, it's going to be priced right in line with everybody else's. This is flush. What would I use it for? Periods of time when you're going to maintain maybe you're going to do a once or twice a year flush, which we do recommend for the system. In fact, on our machines, we generally recommend people who are heavily using our larger format DTF printers, that they actually empty out their bulk tank that has their white ink in it about once a month. And what you're going to do is, after you get the ink out, you're going to use this to rinse around, make sure you get anything that's built up, because tanks are rectangular and they're generally stirred, which means you've got a circular motion. You're going to get some swash around the edges. You'll use this, and then you'll use our imaginary friend who's not sitting here, because it's not something that is sold through most DTF distributors, which is distilled water or reverse osmosis water. And what you'll do with that, you'll use that to wipe things down, finishing cleans. to do your encoder strips, to rinse out flush out of the tank after you've cleaned out the tank. So there's really 5 solutions. You have your cleaning solution, which is used for everyday maintenance, your head cleaner, which is used for taking care of clogs. You're going to have your maintenance solution, which is used for wet capping and or long-term storage, flush for cleaning things completely out, and then your distilled water, which you'll use for your weekly, bi-monthly, whatever it is that you clean your encoder strip, or also to flush out anything where you've had flush in it. That's it. Those are your solutions for your DTF printer and keeping it happy and healthy.
Visit ColemanandCompany.com for DTF cleaning solutions and supplies.